Moving on to the Grade 1 La Troienne Stakes. This is going to be for 4-year-old and up filly and mares, going again 1.16 miles on the dirt with a purse of $1 million. Of course, this is the Grade 1. I'll get this one started. And look, I mean, you can't talk about this race without starting with the horse that we waxed poetically about last week, Torpedo Anna, the reigning horse of the year, not the filly of the year, the horse of the year. And I am wondering if, there are some of these other connections looking around and, maybe going up to Kenny McPeak and being like, hey, why don't you take Anna and run against the boys and maybe even some things out? Because at 2 to 5 morning line, you're not going to find any value, and that number is going to drop any further. And to be honest, as it should, I don't think anybody can come close to Anna in this race. Wasn't great in the Apple Blossom earlier this year. I mean, both of the races this year for Torpedo Anna, compared to what she was running late last year, big drops in speed, but she still won by 3.5 and 4 lengths in those Grade 2 and Grade 1 respectively. So again, Torpedo Anna doesn't have to be at her best, and she's still going to beat the ladies by a lot. I don't think anything changes here. So looking underneath, look, Raging Sea looks around and goes, hey, we finished second in the Breeders Cup Distaff last year. For sure, with 2 lengths to Anna, but at 9 to 2, I think there's a lot of value for Raging Sea. I really do like this horse. Unfortunately, Randomized is also in this race. And going back all the way to last June in the Ogden Phipps, Raging Sea did lose to Randomized by a healthy margin there. So we'll have to kind of exercise 2 demons with not just Torpedo Anna, but also Randomized, who is also on my card as well. I will say, look, 6 to 1, I think that's a bit of I don't know if it's an overreaction, but it's definitely a reaction to the Personal Ensign last year. I mean, Randomized last run was last August and was not good. 15 lengths off the lead in a 2 Raging Sea. But that was a race that they were 2 to 1 in and ran a 74. Just really fell off there. Haven't seen this horse since. I personally think we would have seen Randomized probably in the Breeders' Cup Distaff. That last run, I think, knocked her out of that. But those are just the 3 that catch me. Another kind of small field as we start to open up into the double digits, but only 7 runners here. And again, it's all about Torpedo Anna, and you're just trying to find play show tickets in my mind. Raider Jim, your thoughts?
I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is Torpedo Anna's race to lose, and I don't believe she's going to lose. My only concern, I also have Raging Sea number 4. First of all, they've got that combination, Chad Brown, Flavien Prat. You can't not have that in your favor. At 9 to 2, great odds. I like it off the start. However, first entry in 2025, had good success in 2024, went to the winner circle in 2 Grade 2 races, also had a place in a Grade 1, did the Breeders' Cup Distaff, as you mentioned, and then we have Randomized at 6 to 1. Those are the top 3. However, I might look at one of those, move them around, and I like the horse on the outside, 7, Free Like a Girl. That horse hasn't hit the winner circle, but I'll tell you what, very consistently placed in the last 3 races, in some quality races, ran with some good speed. Don't be surprised with that position and with a little bit of dampness on the track for Free Like a Girl to come in and mess up a bunch of tickets.
I like that, actually. I like that a lot. Obviously, 0 for 2 against Torpedo Anna, but second both times.
Most people say that.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, you're essentially racing for second. And also, too, you want to talk about a vet. This will be race number 51 for Free Like a Girl. That's a really, really good call, especially with the possible weather situation that, is always, again, because we are recording on Tuesday, which is a lot earlier than normal for these. But luckily, the Kentucky Derby, that allure. We get these notes a little earlier. But yeah, it's a little difficult to kind of handicap the race in general, let alone the weather. But that's a great kind of nugget to keep in mind, that if this does get a little sloppy, you're definitely going to want to look for some value, and Free Like a Girl is definitely going to be plenty.
And it could be those three horses following, trying to chase down Torpedo Anna. That could be a real race to watch, just to see who's going to get the place in the show. And I forgot my trivia. La Troienne Stakes, originally run as the Louisville Breeders Cup Handicap in 1986. Then after several changes throughout the years, they renamed it La Troienne after the world famous broodmare La Troienne. So, and if anybody doesn't know what a broodmare is, that is a mare that is specifically used for breeding, produced a lot of quality horses, and of course is in the Horse Racing Hall of Fame.
There you go. Raider Jim always got something for us on the horse racing side of things. A lot of history in horse racing. Raider Jim knows it all.